Hey, what's up, everybody? Just wanted to make this disclaimer real quick before we get into this. Not everything that I say is going to be politically correct, but I don't really give a damn. Um, I can't say that. What's going on, everybody? This is Chris, Small Circle. Just wanted to make this disclaimer real quick before we get started on the podcast. Not everything I say is going to be politically correct. So if I hurt your feelings or if I say something that is offensive to you, I'm sorry that you got your feelings hurt and you need to man up. I nope. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris at Small Circle. Just wanted to make this disclaimer real quick before we get started. Everything I say on here is not always going to be politically correct. For that, I apologize in advance. I'm not here to hurt anybody's feelings or to offend anyone. With that being said, enjoy the show. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris at Small Circle. My guest today is Lonnie Vickery. Lonnie Vickery, how you doing today, sir?
Pretty good. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Finally made this happen, huh?
Yeah, it's been a kind of a task to get here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I went out of town, then you went out of town, and
Yeah.
then just I know.
Just conflict. Everything's about timing, bro.
Yeah, that's
Everything's
got to
about
be.
timing.
Yeah, for sure, man. But I know you're busy, with the 10th Planet
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu. For those that don't know, Lonnie, he owns and runs 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu right there on 1314 across from, what would you say, almost La Casita, almost?
Yeah, right before La Casita. If you're headed towards Conroe, it's before La Casita on the left-hand side.
Yeah,
I
right.
tell everybody it's where the old La Casita.
Right, that's what I was about to say. The
If
old
you're
one
from
is
here,
at.
especially with you, the small circle.
If you're the
thing, you
OGs,
should tell
all the
small
OGs
circles,
know. Yeah,
tell
for
the
sure.
small circles for sure. Yeah, but it's the old where the old La Casita was, right there. Actually, the gym is in the old Clark's chiropractor.
Chiropractor.
That used to be the chiropractor place.
Yeah.
And then the old La Casita is where my boy Carlos is, the Mercadita.
You're right, exactly. That's what I was about to say. Yeah, so you have a partner. It's
Monstros,
Monstros Gym, and you are
yes. So what, like the way it's classified kind of is like or it would be like really classified as like it's 10th Planet New Caney at Monstros, you know what I'm saying? Because we're at the gym, we're at Monstros. But we have like our own little section. You seen it, you came in and seen
I'm about to say, yeah, man, you got a nice setup. You walk in or whatever, it's got the mats and all that stuff and everything, and then you walk around the corner and outside it travels on the outside and whatever it is. Monstros.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Cool. It's tough sometimes, because summer it gets hot, bro.
I'm sure
we're indoor outdoor gym, so like certain Fridays and Tuesdays, or like now we got leg lock class on Saturdays. Like any of those days you come and it's hot and you're working hard, you better come hydrated because you'll be sweating in there. But it gets cold in the winter.
Well, I mean, that's what you're right. That's what you're supposed to do, though, right?
It's just we do it just because it's easy access. He's got the big pavilion out there. People like to work out outdoors. And that mental aspect too, mental, you gotta be tough, man.
Especially the way the weather's been here lately, man. It's been beautiful out, you know what I mean? So it's nice to open the doors up and out. Man.
But it's that's my boy Carlos Ruiz, his wife Brenda Ruiz. They run Monstros. And they've also got the Mercadita right there.
So they got the taco shop,
man.
right?
Have you been there?
Man. Yeah, I've ate there. Yeah, dude, they are. They're good stuff.
Barbacoas.
So he runs that place too.
Yeah, him and Brenda. Yes.
Okay. All right. I got you. Yeah, I have to have him and his wife on too.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah,
for sure, man.
For sure.
Yeah,
I told everybody we're just kicking the door open on this one.
Yeah, for sure. Right. Yeah. I'd like to go over there and get some footage, maybe Freestyle Friday or something. You guys said you have Freestyle Friday, right? Anybody can come through and all that stuff or whatever and all that. All right, cool.
Friday, 6 p.m. always.
Okay, cool.
All affiliates, anybody that trains jiu-jitsu in the local area. Or you ain't even got to be local. You could just come, we have good people pop through from all over now. Yeah.
Really?
Well, once we got our affiliation, because you can like you go to 10planetjj.com and it's got like locations on there. So a lot of people will go in there and check out Eddie's site. And then you can see like what locations he has, like where there's a 10th planet, like people to travel or whatever. So
man, that's pretty
sweet. Network. Yeah.
I was about to say,
probably about 150 of them around the world now or something like that. I know that there's well over 100 now.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool how you
It's a
guys network.
brotherhood. Yeah, it's a
Yeah, for
brotherhood,
sure, man. Like,
that's what drove me to 10 Planet. Just it's cool, man. It's a lot of good people. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So like if you go out of town or something like that or whatever, and you're out of
Yeah.
town for a couple weeks or something like that, you look up a
Yeah, you're
gym local,
trying to catch
right.
some reps. Yeah, yeah.
That's cool, man. That's awesome. I like that. I like, the brotherhoods like that, and like that network or whatever, kind of look after each other and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that or whatever. It's really cool. So how long has 10th Planet been open?
Man, well, I told you earlier a little bit,
Yeah.
we before my affiliation, like before you get affiliated, you're not allowed to like promote as 10 Planet. You know what I'm saying? So then before that, it was Meathead MMA.
Okay.
So like that's when I was classified as like a Ronin, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't affiliated, but I was still training 10 Planet, but I couldn't promote it.
I got
as far
you.
as like selling merchandise or like, hey, we have 10 Planet classes. So like everybody showed up, they're like, well, who you affiliated to? I'm like, nobody really, you know what I'm saying? But I trained 10 Planet, like you're gonna be doing nothing but 10 Planet here.
Right.
So like people still like, oh, that's cool. You know, that's like how I found Carlos, same thing.
Okay.
But we started that back about 9 years ago, something like that. About 8.5, 9, pretty much 9. Cause like I was telling you, I've been with my wife 9 going on 10 years.
Right.
And I was, I found 10 Planet when I found her. So it's about the same time, pretty much. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's back up, whatever, 20 something years or whatever, little Lonnie or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, how'd you find jujitsu? Like, what made you want to get into jujitsu?
Man, it's crazy, man. I found football when I was 5.
Okay. Yeah.
So like my life was like revolved around football, being an athlete.
Right.
So like if you would have asked me, like little Lonnie, like you're saying, it's like, what are you gonna do when you're grown up? I'm playing football. Like, no, what's your backup plan? I'm a professional football player. That's all I knew. Like that's all I really thought. I thought I was gonna be able to do it.
Sure.
And then like towards the end of high school, I'm like, man, it started getting tough. Like my senior year, I did good, but I'm like really questioning myself, kind of like, can you make it to the next level? So I got in a little bit of trouble with my hours and I didn't graduate. So I got a GED.
Yeah.
So I could go play junior college.
Sure. You're
JUCO
right.
ball.
Yeah.
Dude, when I got to JUCO, people were huge. I'm like, oh my God. I don't think I'm going to be able to play offensive line no more. I'm like, I was like, man, this kind of reality set in. Like, damn, what are you going to do? So I hit a rough patch after that. I ended up coming home after a semester, like, what do I do? I was lost, got in some trouble. Moved to Florida hunting hurricane work. Like we were chasing storms.
Oh, no shit.
And
damn. That's pretty cool.
I was doing good, but I started to fall back into some like bad ways. And I'm like, man, I need to find something to keep me grounded.
Yeah.
And like martial arts was right down the road. I knew a guy, shout out Larry Downs Jr., Pensacola Boxing Academy. He's the one like propelled me on this journey because I was just trying to stay out of trouble, and he kept offering like, dude, come fight for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that was huge back then. I was like 290.
Shit.
I was like strongman training, like just lifting weights, but that wasn't enough to keep me like completely grounded. Right. I would still go drink on the weekends, probably bleed from that, whatever. So he had begged me to start fighting. So finally I was like, man, I got to do this just to like, I think keep me, because he kept telling me, he's like, if you do this, like, I promise you, man, like it'll save your life. Like, it's a way of life. And I ended up going in there and getting with him, and we started MMA training. Because I was dying to get in the cage. I thought it was so cool back then.
Right. What year was this?
Oh man, I think like a lot of my trophies from back then when I fought was like 08. So something like that. Like, that area in there, like 06, 07, 08, somewhere in there. But he got me in there, and I was hooked after that. I had like 4 or 5 fights. I ended up coming back, moving to Texas after the work ran out. Found somewhere to train over here in Kingwood at Tom McCusker's place, McCusker MMA.
Yeah.
And as I was training there, I like built up a little band of guys that were following around, like training with me.
Yeah.
Like they were like, dude, you're like our coach. I'm like, I'm not a coach, bro. I'm just a fighter, But these dudes are like, we're just gonna follow you around and like train with you. Like we'll work out and just do whatever you do. Cause I was like running to the gym, and I'd work out at the gym, and I'd run home, and I'd go back to the martial arts school. Yeah. So I was like doing,
they probably liked your work ethic or something. You know what I mean? It was like,
4 or 5 hours a day. I was just getting it. So they started like following me. And then they're like, we're going to go to your martial arts school. We want to start training jiu-jitsu over there too. So like we were, going back and forth. So I got these guys into it. And so then they're YouTubing, looking for different stuff. I had no idea what 10 Planet was. And then they come to me one night and they're like, check out this video. There's some 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu we want you to check out. I'm like, 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Like, oh, it's a different form of jiu-jitsu. And I'm lost. I'm like, bro, like jiu-jitsu is jiu-jitsu. Like,
right, yeah.
What do you mean? They're like, no, it's a new system. Like, so I started watching it and I'm just like, dude, I was hooked. Like the first time, I didn't even really care about jiu-jitsu until I found 10 Planet. Now I have a lot of respect for it completely, but like 10th Planet's what really got me hooked, on jiu-jitsu. So that was, like I said, about 8 or 9 years ago. It was like when the 10th Planet really started. But
yeah,
I've been martial arts for a while now. So
yeah, okay.
I'd say like 08, 07. But really the jiu-jitsu journey didn't completely start until about 8 or 9 years ago, because I don't even classify anything I did before 10th Planet jiu-jitsu, because I was just trying to be strong and smash people. There wasn't a whole lot of technique. Like strength really prevailed back in the day. So that's my main thing now, is trying to be technical and not use all strength.
Right. Yeah. So let me get what you're saying. It's like, so there's different types of jiu-jitsu is what you're saying?
Yeah,
so
well,
like
you have different affiliations, you know what I'm saying? Like
Carlos
different
styles,
Machado, like you have Gracie,
right? Okay, all right. They have their own
Everybody's got their own style. Well, it's like if
styles, I guess. Like you're saying,
exactly.
right? Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
So if I'm like, Chris, go make me a grilled cheese,
right? It's going to be different than somebody's
Lonnie, make me a grilled cheese. I might come back with wheat bread with some pepper jack. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so it's just 10 Planet is a very like new age evolving system. That's one thing I can say about the 10 Planet system compared to a lot of other systems, is just very fast evolving, and it's no gi. It's 100% no gi.
Okay.
We don't train gi. You know what I'm saying? That's the it looks like the really thick fabric that you put over.
Right, yeah. Like the Gracies used to wear back in the day, whenever they were fighting.
Exactly.
For sure. Okay, I got you.
So we're 100% no gi. We're all
like you see on Karate Kid and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, the thing about no gi is it's more applicable for like all situations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not depending on grips and fabric and stuff like that. Like I'm more looking for underhooks, overhooks, wrist controls, Kimura grips, anything, stuff like that, different moves, not just fabric, like holding like that.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I got you. That's cool. Well, you got 10th Planet, right?
Yes.
And you're, I probably should have said this from the beginning, but I'll let them know now. How long you've been in this area for? Pretty much your whole life? Or
man, like my grandparents moved here in the 70s.
Right.
I was telling you, they used to own Vickery homes. My grandfather was a home builder and my grandmother sold them.
Okay.
And you were asking earlier about Ann.
Right. About to say shout out to Ann for sure. Yeah,
she's on my sponsor team too.
Yeah, she's been around for a long time.
Yeah, she sells a lot of homes, and now she's getting into big commercial properties and ranches and she's out there.
I seen a huge sign on 494.
Yep.
That big,
she's all over,
like, man, dude, it's like, dude.
I have people constantly all the time like, dude, your aunt, I see signs. I'm like, I ain't no telling where she's got signs, right, it's all over. But yeah, they that was they moved here in the 70s, and that's when we dropped, and Vickery's have been here since. Like I said, my dad builds homes. I told you my dad, I'm
about to say,
like VP, vice president, kind of that. There's only 3 or 4 of us, but
that's Vickery remodeling, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that's
it's just
your dad,
me and my
right?
dad.
You're your dad, right?
And our one helper, Ryan. He's pretty much like a brother. I've known Ryan since we were like 5 or 6 years old. Yeah. He's a carpenter as well. And my dad, we work my brother some too. He's on and off because he builds schools with my cousin. So like some days he needs to catch in, he'll work with us, but we have a couple subs, like we got a roofer we've been using for 15 years. We got a texture guy we've been using, a mud guy we've been using for probably about the same 10, 12 years. We got a few guys we'll pull in on certain jobs, but you know how it is. It's just it's small, like I said, small circles though.
For sure.
My dad didn't really want no big, huge, high power company where he had a lot of overhead and crazy. Just keep it small. We do work, get it done, one job at a time.
And well, that way, you know, I wouldn't say micromanaging, but you're more hands-on. You know what I mean? Because
you said it, bro. 100%. That's my pops. He'll be hands-on until the day he's dead.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
I told him you're probably just gonna fall out at work, and we're gonna have to like unfortunately, that's the way it's gonna go down.
Hey, he probably wouldn't want to go any other way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what he would want.
That's what my dad
or
is.
fishing.
So, man. My dad's the same way. But all the old schoolers are though. You know what I mean? So but
like he wouldn't really have any type of media if it wasn't for me. And I'm like, man, we need to at least start
get something out there, right?
Media, like a Facebook page. Right. So we've got the Vickery Remodeling on Facebook.
Yeah, and then 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu's on Facebook as well.
That's on Facebook. That's on Instagram. We got a website too, 10planetnewcaney.com.
Okay.
It's at 10th Planet JJNCTX on Instagram, and then it's just 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu New Caney on Facebook.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right then. Well, you have any like future plans or future goals or whatever for?
Man.
You trying to open like maybe another 10th Planet?
Yeah. I'm hoping to have some hubs because I'm a brown belt right now. I didn't tell you. I don't know. Yeah. I'm a brown belt right now. So one more, man. I got black. You know what I'm saying? It's white, blue, purple, brown, and black. So I got one more to get black. And then once you're black, that's when you can really start dropping hubs. You know, like you can open up other branches of 10 Planets if you want. I was fortunate to kind of beat that before, you know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to become a hot box, and then they got rid of the hot box system, and you were just like grandfathered in. If you knew somebody or trained with someone that was a black belt, you know, then you could earn your way in. So luckily my coach, Jeremy Fields from Corona, you know what I'm saying, grandfathered me in. Like I had to do seminars with him, bring him in. You know, he watches everything we do on social media. Comes in for seminars, checks the guys, you know, make sure everybody's up to par. So I got fortunate for that. But once I get my black belt, I'm hoping I can do the same thing, you know, and open up some hubs, or like have some of my guys open up some hubs, because I've got a few people that train like Crosby. So that's kind of a stretch for them to drive. You know, I got a couple people on the other side of Houston, you know, down like south. So that's kind of a drive. So I tell them, I'm like, look, dude, like if you train with me long enough, you get your black, like we can open up other schools, and
for sure
you can just, you know, get up to speed and get your rank up. And then once you feel like you're comfortable, you could just drop a school down there, run it as a black belt. You know, you don't have to drive anymore. And for me, hopefully I get to move out to the country. You know what I'm saying? That's just that. I don't know, man. Last like 5-6 years, like you see, like there's nothing wrong with New Caney. This will always be my home, but it's it's coming up so fast that I think in the future I'm going to want to be off in the woods somewhere. So that's the future plan. Just drop a 10th Planet out in the country somewhere. Yeah. And plus it's like you can kind of corner the market out there a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Move to one of those spots where like, what is jiu-jitsu? It's like, well, let me tell you, you know, so it's like, well, we ain't got nothing to do around here. It's like, perfect, let's do jiu-jitsu. So
you know, and I think stuff like that's important because, you know, it's like you said, you know, it saves your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There could be other instances that are like you know what I mean? And, you know, and not everybody, you know, kids might be athletic, but they might not like baseball or basketball or football or whatever.
What after that? You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't pan out, what after that?
Right. Yeah, exactly, man. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to do something to kind of like keep you active, or, you know, keep you out, like in your case, keep you out of trouble, keep you grounded, you know what I mean? Man. Stuff like that, man. So
I tell you,
other alternatives for sure.
It could change your life, it could save your life. You know what I'm saying? It can defend your life, whatever. You know, And then, but nowadays, not just that, there's so many opportunities with it, you know, as far as like actually making money too. Like there's a lot of tournaments out there nowadays, a lot of jiu-jitsu. If you look back 5-10 years ago, how much anybody knew about jiu-jitsu, I guarantee you it's 10-20 times that nowadays. It's crazy, you know.
I'm sure. Right.
Well, like, you know, when we were growing up, it wasn't nothing.
Right.
There wasn't nothing out here. There was barely any. There was like boxing and maybe a few karate schools.
I was about to say, yeah, like
but everybody's school sports. Yeah, everybody's school sports.
Right. Yeah. Especially, I remember whenever the first Karate Kid dropped. It was like, whatever, early mid 80s or something like that. Everybody was like signing up. I was one of them. Everybody was signing up to go get karate classes. Like, I gotta do it right now. Yeah, dude. So I remember that. But so is that I'm new. I'm like totally ignorant to jiu-jitsu and all this and everything like that. Do you have much competition around here? Is there other like jiu-jitsu places?
That's what I was just about to say. Like when I first thought about it, there wasn't any business thought to any of that. I was just like, we talked about earlier, like I needed a different way of life. So like I had already, not failed so much because I did good in football, but I didn't succeed fully in what I had expected. Yeah. So with this, I was like, man, I got to get a moon because that's what the moon is. That's what, like, this right here. This is my moon.
Okay.
So like, yeah, we have a moon. So as soon as I found out about 10th Planet and I found out what the circumstances were, and it's like, well, you got to earn your time. You know what I'm saying? You got to get some rank or find a way to get some affiliation. So once I found out what it was about, I'm like, man, I just want to be a moon. So that's all that was in my head.
Yeah.
It's like, I need to be a moon. And it was like, I'll do whatever it takes to get it, because I have to succeed this time. I do not want to fail again. So like, I didn't care, what it was about. I was like, I got to get this done. So that was the biggest thing. And now like it's done shifted. It's crazy because like, I want to like get my black belt now, I was like, okay, I got my moon. And I knew that I didn't, I wasn't not supposed to, but like people frown on it, you know what I'm saying? Because like if you're running a gym and you're not a black belt yet, most people are just like,
right, yeah.
Yeah. So me, being a blue, because when I started, I was like a white belt. I was a white belt teaching white belts. I didn't even know what I was doing. But we were just doing. We were just rolling a lot. There was a lot more just training, trying to kill each other than like actual technique being put down, or like, me teaching class. Like I'd teach what I knew, but past that, I'm like, well, just live drilling, we need to drill from here, or, do some rolls, stuff like that. It was a lot of live drilling. So once I, got a little rank and got my affiliate, the shifting gears was like, man, I got to be a black belt. There's so many black belts around here. Sure. Then I knew, like at that point in time, I knew, I'm like, man, there's a lot of people around here. There's a lot of schools with a lot of black belts, and people judge that. So like you're saying, there's a ton of competition I didn't even know about, because Houston's huge. You think about how big Houston is, and then you start thinking about how many schools there are, how many black belts there are, how many black belts under those black belts there are.
Right.
Like, there is a lot of jiu-jitsu. It is very saturated. So, from a business standpoint, I had no idea. But yes, there is a ton of competition around here. Not so much like locally, like 3-5 mile radius, maybe 10 miles, but past that, yes. Kingwood, there's a few. Atascocita, there's a few. Obviously, Woodlands, yes. Houston, yes. Cleveland, Splendora, that way, not so much.
Right.
It starts to slow down and peter out. Like I know there's one in Shepherd. There's a couple that way, but not that many. So that's why I was saying, like, maybe out towards the woods, because my mom lives outside of Cleveland towards Rye. Yeah, just go up there where nobody knows. Like, they don't even know what jiu-jitsu is. Like I said, they got what we had back in the day. Baseball, football, basketball. So
give them another alternative. You know what I mean, for the people.
Something different. But there's definitely a lot of competition around. There's two that's popped. Well, there's one in New Caney now, and there's another one coming to Valley Ranch, I think. So
really,
but other than that, it's not too bad here locally. But I'm sure.
Yeah, it's man. Only a matter of time. Right, I was about to say, it's only a matter of time, man. And that's one of the reasons why, because I have a few buddies that open that have gyms, but like just weightlifting gyms, like your buddy Carlos, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And man, it's got to be so hard for them, dude, because it's so hard to beat $10 a month.
There's a lot.
You know what I mean? And it's just, and that's what I don't get, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, why would you want to do that? Like, if you got a competitor or something like that, you got a product or something like that, and you got a competitor or whatever, I don't understand why you want to come through and just undercut them like that. I'm like, dude, bro, like, get together, let's get this bread together, bro. You know, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, look, we could take like we can make it to where everybody could get a piece of, a piece of the pie if you're not just freaking undercutting everybody. You know what I mean? And I'm just like,
bro, you remember I told you about the one guy in New Caney that I reached out to. I was trying to reach out to his students, like, hey, come to Freestyle Fridays and roll. And he's like, are you trying to scout my people? I'm like, bro, like, no, like I don't even do gi. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even train gi. First off, he's a gi school predominantly. So it's like, what am I going to teach your students? Nothing. If they want to do gi, they ain't gonna learn much from me because I don't care about doing gi right now. Maybe one day, a long time from now, when I'm a black belt and everything's good and I don't know, I'm like 70, maybe.
You've done everything. So you're
no, it's just a joke. But I got gi homeboys. Shout out to all my gi homeboys if you see this. But just I'm no gi, man. I'm 10 planning, I'm no gi. So, I told him, I'm like, dude, I don't even know how to teach gi. I don't even train gi. So why would I try to scalp your students to like bring them over to no gi? Like obviously they like to do gi and no gi. That's why they're with you. I'm trying to give your guys looks. So it sucks when it's like that because, like you're saying, I'm like, hey, let's eat. All of us can. You know what I'm saying? Like, come over, get looks, get training in. We're trying to get this open mat popping on Fridays because everybody wants different looks, and I want that. Like, I want that in the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that. Like, because we have so many people. Like, shout out to the ones that do come through. Because like Abstract, Jiu-Jitsu, War, like Took, some of McCusker's guys from over in Kingwood. Ed Ramos, we got some Ed Ramos people. Like we have a lot of schools that drop through all the time. And it's dope, man. They're good. We get good training. Everybody jokes and laughs afterwards. It's always good vibes. And anybody that's trying to compete or just get different, little fast-paced training on the weekend on Friday nights, because like I said, it's all no-gi. Because some schools only train no-gi like once a week. You know what I'm saying? Some of them like once a month or like twice a month. It's crazy. We're 6-7 days a week, all the time. Like we even have shout out to my boy Josh, our leg lock coach. Like Josh started running every other Sunday now too, because he's big in the Bible, Christian, stuff like that. So he's really religious. He asked me, he's like, Lonnie, you care if I run a Sunday class every other Sunday? And what he's trying to do is like get people to like do a little Bible study for 30 minutes and then just roll. So he brings in guys that are like big in faith, but have never done anything in jiu-jitsu. And he's like, they need to understand, like, this is what it is to be a man too. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I got you. That's so cool. So, so now we're even open, almost 7 days a week, and that's all no gi. So that's why I think people come in on Fridays, it's like, hey, let me check out, see what these guys are doing. We play a lot of leg locks too. So a lot of schools don't even teach leg locks. So you're like a purple belt or something. So,
right on.
It's just different vibe.
I got you. Okay, so like, say somebody like me. Like I said, there's ignorance to the whole jiu-jitsu thing. I don't know anything about it. I'm 42 years old.
I'm 42.
Yeah, I'm not in the best of shape. You know what I mean? Whatever. So like, is there something for me if I was to come through? Is there something for everybody to come through, whether they're 8 years old or
five and up?
Okay,
just 5 and up, 5 to the ceiling. We don't care.
Okay,
we actually got a student. Matter of fact, I seen her today again in pictures. It's dope. I was worried about him, but he had a little injury, and when you're 72 years old, injuries take a while. You know what I'm saying? So I was worried about him, but he's back. He's training today. He's 72 years old. The man is in very good shape to be that age. He's a motivator to me, like to the squad. It's got to be
for sure. Yeah,
to see that and he's put in a lot of years too. You know what I'm saying? Different forms of martial arts. So it's beautiful to see things like that. Someone that age, but it's also amazing to see our 5-year-old, in there working, just simple moves in jiu-jitsu, but like he's picking up, putting it down. And it takes me back to my days when I was in football, like 5 years old. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to listen to my coaches, but it's cool to see that. But in that form, from the ceiling to the floor, like 5 to whatever. So yeah, it doesn't matter, dude. 40
That's
years
cool.
old. One of my biggest competitors, man, we have a guy that competes religiously, Roderick Henderson. Shout out to Rod. Dr. Rod. He's like our physical therapist at the gym because he does physical rehab.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's been doing for like 30 years. So any injury goes through Rod, but Rod's like 50 or 51, something like that.
And he competes
all the time.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like at least 2-3 times a year. More sometimes, yeah.
Now these competitions you go to, I've seen a couple of them, whatever, on Facebook, whatever, like how many people do you sign up? You know what I mean? Whatever, like, you got like some star students.
I don't care. Yeah, as many as possible. Like
I'm sure they have entry levels, right?
Yes, you know what I mean? And obviously we don't want to just sign up anybody that's day one. Like they got to have a little bit of training. If usually we try to 3 months to 6 months because the lowest bracket you can go to, like at Naga, May 21st, we're going to be at Naga over in.
That's what I was just about to ask you. You got into other events coming up.
May 21st, we're going to take a pretty big group over to Naga on, I think it's at the Zone on Stella Link.
Okay.
In Houston, but they have 6-month brackets at that one, so like you could take a pretty fresh student there and just to see what they got. It's no big deal. You tell them, hey, look, it's your first competition, because you got to get them involved and let them feel that atmosphere, saying, because there's refs and there's a
people
crowd
watching and right.
It turns it up, like if you've ever competed in anything, I
was about to say that. That's with anything. Right, exactly. That's with anything. It's totally different from whenever you're just rolling at the gym or or you're shooting hoops in the gym or something like that or whatever, and then getting out on that big stage. You know what I mean? Like, dude. So
we try to we try to throw in whoever wants to go, we feel is ready. Obviously, if we have pro events, some of our seasoned guys are the only ones that do them. You don't get a whole lot of newbies just jumping in. It's got to be like the pro events are usually like blue belt and up.
Okay.
So you can't just throw day ones in there. Every once in a while, you'll have some cash bracket white belt tournaments and stuff. I think there's a new guy, Tom, around here that's been doing it the last couple of years over combat. I think it's combat sports coverage or something. Yeah, combat sports coverage. But he'll do a lot of white belt, like entry level stuff. But other than that, it's mainly like blue and up. But if you want to do like local stuff, that's where the fresher people go, like local tournaments. Yeah. So you have like pro tournaments, local tournaments, then obviously like ADCC is like one of our biggest jiu-jitsu competitions, and that's like world class. So it's just like anything else with levels. You got like the NBA, you got sub league, like
G League,
so same thing. So you start them off with the locals, move them up to pros. If they start winning a lot, they get looked at. They could go to worlds or.
You guys just keep it local, or y'all go to the cities?
No, we've
other states.
Yeah, man, we've done some out of states. Actually, when I first started competing, I was doing pro events anywhere. When I got my blue belt, I was like, I can do pro events. I was anywhere. Like I was going, I was going I was going out to Florida, traveling around here, wherever. You know what I'm saying? We took a load of our blue belts up to Atlanta to Sean Apple. Shout out Sean Applegate. We went up to Sean's place in Atlanta, 10 Planet Atlanta, did a quintet. It's like a 5-on-5. I think so. We've taken some blue belts out of state. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know anything else right now, but we compete a lot of pro events around here, like Garcia Promotions. Well, not Garcia. It's Submission Hunter Pro. I say Garcia. That was his old name when I first started fighting with him, but now it's Submission Hunter Pro, and Fury is his MMA cards. But that's like a lot of the stuff we hit around here.
So I've heard of Fury.
That's the MMA cage fight.
Right.
That's all ran by the same guy though. Yes.
You gotta have like some like bucket list place to like compete at.
If I could compete anywhere, like the
EBI
definitely. EBI, Eddie Bravo Invitational.
Where's that at?
That's Eddie does them all over. He's done them in Cancun. A lot of times they're in California, but that's my favorite competition. Really is Eddie's. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, man, I forgot to put this on here, but I don't. You might need some time to think about it, but I normally finish these things out or whatever with a top 3. And being that you're a jiu-jitsu guy or whatever, you got it like a top 3 jiu-jitsu people, you know what I mean? Whatever, like pro fighters, you know what I'm saying?
Top
Whatever.
3 competitors.
Yeah. You got like a top 3, you know. While you're thinking about that, I guess in the back of your head or whatever, can you give me like some form of pricing or something like that or whatever, your hours and all that stuff?
Yeah, we're open like I said, Monday through Saturday officially, and every other Sunday.
Okay.
Monday and Wednesday we have a noon class.
Okay.
From 12 to 1, call it Noon Goons. And then every evening at 6 o'clock, you got kids class. And then after that, from 7 to about 9, we have adult class. Sorry, my bad.
No problem.
Friday we have the open mat. That's 6 p.m.
Yeah.
On Fridays. And then Saturday morning we have leg lock class from 8 to 10. And if you do come on the Sundays, the every other Sunday, it's from like 2 to 2:30 is the Bible study, and then 2:30 to 3:30 is just live rolls.
Okay. Right on.
But yeah, and it's the pricing varies on commitment. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you commit for a year commitment, we'll do it for $120 a month. Okay. Is what it pretty much breaks down to, $120 a month. That's unlimited training. You can train as much as you want. You know what I'm saying? If you want to train 5 days a week, 6 days a week, that's fine. If you're only coming 2, that's on you. But it's $120 unlimited training. I think we do 6 months for what is it? Don't get me lying. That's why I got a secretary nowadays. 160. I think it's 160 for 6 months. Yeah. And then 200 for the month to month, if you're just month to month.
Okay.
That's like, I don't know if I'm going to be here for a month. I could be here for half the month. I don't, I work out of town. Whatever. Yeah. If you can't commit, then it's just because, once people commit, we get them on the roster. You want to keep them on the roster. Every month you're like fumbling around, like, do I charge this card? Do I charge that? And so we've been trying to keep it pretty easy and put the commitment system in. That way we know people are going to be there. And we, plus you kind of reward them for, say, hey, you give me a year of your life, I can change your life in a year for sure. So
I'm going to give you cut you a break. Yeah, for sure. Well, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, so 200 is the worst, 120 is the best. Depends on commitment.
Yeah, that'll work.
And then, $20 drop-ins. If you just want to drop in, then $20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. If you had something like that or whatever, all that.
Or you could just come on a Friday and get that free open.
Get that freestyle Friday.
Yeah,
right?
6 p.m. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. I might have to check one of those out, man. See what's going on, for sure. Your sponsors.
The sponsors, bro. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm assuming a lot of this stuff can't happen without the sponsors.
Can't happen without the sponsors. Never would have happened without the sponsors. Because like when I first started, I was literally paying like $900 a month to train jiu-jitsu. So if anybody ever wonders if I love 10th Planet, that answers that question. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
because like people are like, I ain't got $120 to train this month. It's like, yeah, you do. Because I had 900. You know what I'm saying? I made it happen. Like I was just.
It just depends.
Like
on how
I said,
bad
I
you
was
want
a white belt. Yeah. I was a white belt. I had I remember when I opened doors up there at Meathead MMA on the highway, I had like 4 students. You know what I'm saying? So you're paying $800-900 in rent. You got a light bill, water, stuff like that. So you're looking at over $1,000 easy in bills. And I was charging people like $80 a month then because I didn't know much. Like I said,
right. Yeah,
it was just more for the facility to try to keep the lights on. I was like, I'll give everybody a break. They'll show up. It wasn't that easy, But, yeah. So 4 people at $80 is what, $300? So you got $1,000 in bills. I'm paying that.
No.
So it was crazy at first, man. And if I wouldn't have had some of my sponsors, there's no way we would have done some things. You know what I'm saying? Going to compete. Because we were trying to compete as much as we could, right off the bat. I was like, we need to get out there. We need to get our gym out there. We need to let people know who we are, show our skills, whatever skills it is. At least we're out there, grinding. So that's when I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, if I could get some sponsors, I could help take some of these kids to compete. We could get gear. We could do whatever. And then it hit me like this for a whole nother time. But I want to start like a seminar or like something on for like athletes and people how to gain sponsorship, because I got 17 of them and I'm not world class. I know world class athletes that don't have like 3 or 4 sponsors. I'm like,
Right.
what are y'all doing, man? Like, I could help them guys. It's crazy because they're like the best athlete in the world and they know all this jiu-jitsu and stuff, but like they don't have no sponsors. I'm like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I know I could help them. Like it's a process. I've got a process, like how it works, but it's more for advertisement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sponsorship for advertisement. But that's like they're on my gear, they're on my hoodies, they're on our rashies. Yeah. They're in the community because you know I talk to everybody about it. And if you see me on Facebook, I'm steadily trolling people. Yes, sure, yeah. I'm steadily trolling everybody's page. Like if they put anything, I need a mechanic, bang, go to this one. Oh, it's a diesel. Okay, well, bang, go to this one. I got that too. I want tacos, boom, go to Mercadita. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're posting on social media too, I'm gonna share their stuff. If I see it, it's up. And if my people see it, it's up. You know, so like there's a lot of them I've done really good for. You know, there's some sponsors that I can't do as much for because they like humble scales, like my boy Art Bell, James Bell, whatever you want to call him. I call him Art because we homies for a long time. His people call him James. But you know, he runs a scale company, so it's kind of hard to be like, hey, go get scale work done. You know, like it's kind of harder to blast him than it is Buster Brew because Buster Brew's dropping Facebook every day. You can go get coffee, you can get food. So, you know, but I do, if somebody asks me, or if he shares anything, or if they see the gear, or if they see, you know, it's going to be advertisement. So that's the main thing, is like sponsorship for advertisement, because you have a lot of these little league people that go and get sponsorship, and that's cool, but like help them out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're helping local, we're gonna help these kids. I understand there's some kids that need help, but I'll guarantee we could use the help too. Because I've sponsored teams and I've never seen nothing, not one post, not one thank you. Like, it's like crazy, man. Like, I understand that's cool and all, and I don't mind it, but I'm just saying, like, show the love back. So that was my main thing, is I built the sponsorship to like, you're gonna help me and show love, I'm gonna show love back.
For sure. So like, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, because and like I said, they floated me numerous times with certain things. Like, we wouldn't have competed, or we wouldn't have got gear, we wouldn't have got mats. You know, like, shout out to my NN. Like, I told her that one year, I was like, you know, could we just like do all your sponsorship at once? Because I want to get wall mats. Like, I really want to just dump it back into the gym. So I don't even like take the sponsorship and live off of it or anything. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the sponsorship and dump it right back in the gym. So it was like almost right at $900 something for wall pads. I'm like, bang, done.
Yeah.
You know, so I wouldn't have been able to do that. You know, I didn't have the bread to do that at that point in time. So that's cool, man. Yeah, sponsors is big, man.
So okay, you have your aunt, right? Aunt Vickery.
Yeah, Aunt Vickery Real Estate.
I know a few.
She's right there on Community Drive.
Right. I know a few of your sponsors.
Buster's Brew.
Yeah, I know
right
Matt.
There in New Canaan,
and his wife.
Matt's gold, man.
Yeah, dude, he's a solid dude,
went
bro.
Through, procedure.
Yeah,
everything went good.
Yeah, I talked to him. I'm supposed to be getting with him on to come in and here. I want to go to Buster Brew and set up there and talk with him and his wife and stuff, whatever, about the church and all that stuff. You're doing great, man. You're doing great things, bro. Solid dude, man. Solid dude. For a long time, him and his dad for sure. His whole family. So who else you got? I know I would say Alan, dude. Alan, solid ass dude. I just had him on a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Aren't you like part Mexican or something?
Huh?
Aren't you part Mexican or something?
Yeah, I'm full blooded.
Really?
Yeah.
And you brought him on there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was a racist.
What the?
I had to do it. Watch, Alan's gonna see it. Hey,
yeah, he will see it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
there
right.
Y'all go, haters. Y'all see that? Yeah, like, look at this man. But anyways, Alan Rusty Buckle.
Yeah, I've been knowing that dude for a minute.
Best barbecue, man. I swear. I was eating that
around
barbecue.
For sure.
I was eating his barbecue well before he was a sponsor, and that's why I told him, I was like, man, I gotta get this guy on the team, because you could just rep that so easy. Because as soon as people go in there, they're like, I'm coming back.
Yeah, but for sure, dude. That's
my other boy Asim, man. Asim moved. He had L&H, but he revised it, went to Crypto Burger, and moved to Sugarland because the area is not saturated, but it's like popping out there for food trucks. So he's been killing it over in the Katy area, I believe. So if you know anybody in the Katy area and they want some like amazing burgers, Crypto Burger.
I tried that L&H, man. That shit was good, bro. I was wondering what happened.
His burgers are awesome, man.
I was wondering what happened to him.
Yeah, so he's over in the Katy area. If you get over on a weekend or something. Yeah.
Actually, we're going there this weekend. My daughter, she's got a basketball tournament out there, so I'll look him up.
Glenn over at Bryant's
Brian's
Muffler.
exhaust, yeah.
Them dudes
Solid dude, bro. His whole family showing up.
He's all in community.
Jesse, all that. I'm supposed to have Jesse on too. Talk about the little dribblers, the basketball organization that they've been doing for years and stuff. So
good people.
Yeah, dude, solid dudes.
Right across the street, you got Billy Parr.
That's my brother-in-law.
Really?
That's my brother-in-law.
Billy, good people. He's a good mechanic. He's quality work. He always gets people out on time.
Yeah, that's my niece that runs the desk, Sabrina.
Oh, Sabrina. Okay,
yeah, that's my niece.
Yeah, they're good people, man.
Yeah, man. They're solid too.
Same thing. That's part of what I've built too. Is like nothing but what I'm saying. I got solid people on my squad. I try to
you got to.
I've had issues before with like sponsors doing shady stuff, and I boot them out, and they're like looking at me like crazy. It's like, I know you giving me money and helping me out, but I can't have you on my team if you're doing shady stuff on the side. Who else? Let's see. Slinky, Saddle Creek.
Yeah, Tony. Slinky. Yep.
Saddle Creek. Tony, man, Slinky. Like I've been on some crazy stuff with Slinky, man. Like water rescues during Harvey. The other one
flood,
too.
That big flood we had.
Yeah, there's a couple of them, but like nobody else would do stuff. Slinky would. And I volunteered, like I ain't got a boat, I ain't got this, but I'll get on your airboat with you and go. So we were doing rescues down in Baptist encampment during Harvey.
Okay, that's
crazy,
cool,
man. But
he's a solid dude too. Yeah,
Slinky, good people. His wife Katie and his son on my sponsor team, Woodrow's Bait Shop. Like Woodrow sponsors me. This kid, a 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid, sponsors me because he wanted to ask his dad. Slinky's like, you gotta approach him. So he asked me, he's like, Mr. Lonnie, can I sponsor you on your team? So I was like, yes, sir. Like, I gotta support somebody like that. So if you need bait, you do any kind of fishing, you let everybody know. Go to Woodrow's Bait Shop.
Okay, we'll do. Yeah, for sure.
But he runs that himself.
Really?
Yeah. If Slinky and him don't do that, that's Woodrow.
Man, I need to get him on here. That's cool, bro. That's
dope, I'll talk to if you want to, let me know. I'll talk to Slinky and we set something up. They're good people. Let's see. Next, Happy Hippie House out on 105. Awesome, man. Sam's a good dude. Like all natural products. Yes. Like, yeah, all like his CBD and everything is on point. Like he's 100%. Everything's lab tested.
Okay.
You're not getting no bullshit out of
like from the corner store and shit like that.
That's what I tell everybody.
Dude, I'm like, bro.
Yes, you don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying? He's doing this is all natural products, man. If you're into natural remedies, like that is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? He's got natural local honey and stuff. He's got all kind of candles. Like it's awesome. It's worth your trip out there.
Okay, yeah, cool.
You go 105 or go Fostoria over to 105, take a left on 105, down there on the right.
Like kind of down there by the flea market down there.
Yeah. Okay. On the right hand side. He's a great dude. Sam's a good dude. I always tell him I sent you.
Right.
Let's see. I told you about Mercadita.
Which is Carlos. Yeah, so I want to have them on for sure. Yeah.
Macaulay Lumber out in Houston. John Macaulay. Yeah, right there on. I think it's Aldine Bender.
Yeah.
But building materials, man, they've been in the games. They did business with my grandpa.
Yeah.
And my dad does business with them. I do business with them. Like they've been there a while.
Okay.
But like they have trucks that deliver. So they pull the lumber and everything for you, band it up, put it on the truck, send it, free of charge with delivery around the local area too if you buy from them.
Shut up. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, I always tell them I sent you.
Cool.
Like I said, Humble Scales.
Yeah.
Boy James, Humble Scales. Paint Train Salsa.
Yeah.
Shane Nobles. He's one of my old football coaches.
Man, dude, I hadn't heard that name in forever.
Shane Nobles. He's the one that runs Paint Train Salsa. That's all local stuff, all local salsa.
Yeah.
And all his ingredients are,
Dang, man, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool. What you got?
Hold on, let me think. I told you I got most of them memorized.
Yeah.
I might have to make you look at the shirt. I got them on the back. Yeah. Let's see. Who did I forget?
Let's see here. Macaulay, LNH, HF Designs.
Oh, I'll shout out to Trays. Yeah, that's my boy Trays. Trays is not like Trays is not a sponsor, but he's my artist. I got two artists, Vicente and Trays. Vicente Vasquez does all my stuff here. He's like hats, shirts, beanies. He's done some face masks. He does my flyers, those flyers I gave you. He does all that. Trays is actually my artist designer for all the rash guards, any fight shorts, any crazy banners, anything like that. He does all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I see something about the tire shop?
Oh,
Smador?
see, yeah, Julio.
Yeah, Julio's a good dude, bro.
That's all I'm saying. I don't mean to forget him. So I'll make sure you check the shirt one more time.
Yeah, man.
Julio and James.
I just talked to Julio a couple weekends ago. I had a car show. I was doing a car show up at the high school, and he showed up in his in that white body.
He does the street rides.
That square body. Yeah, he pulled up, and I talked to him with him. I didn't even recognize him, dude. He dropped all that weight. I was like, oh shit, bro. He's like, yeah, bro. And I told him about the podcast. He's like, yeah, man, I've seen a couple of them. I was like, man, when you need to come on one. And he's like, yeah, man, I'll do it. Just set me up. So
yeah, they've been doing tires forever, man.
I remember when both of them, I was about to say, I remember both of them worked for Joe.
That was right there
back in the day. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking. Gabriel, right there. And I met Joe, and I met Julio and James. And then when all that happened and Joe branched off, I'm like, did they just get out the tire game? And then I seen him like a couple years later. He's like, no, bro, we're over here on tram.
Right. Yeah.
And like, as soon as I got a chance to like approach them, I was like, I got to get them on.
And they got in like right at the right time before tram like blew up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
But it's cool now because like we done got them out there, man. Everybody knows.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's who you go to, bro.
Yeah, all my people share. Like I said, once I can get you on a little bit of social media and I can get my group to know and everybody, like I can get them out there. So
yeah,
that's the main thing.
That's
cool. But they people like that though is what I love about it because they do such good work. You ain't got to worry about it. You know, like I was saying about the barbecue, you can send them over there. You know it's going to be good. They're not going to sell anybody no crazy retreads or you know, they're not going to bullshit them. They're going to tell you what needs to be done, how to fix it. They're always going to be square with you. They ain't just trying to make a buck off somebody, send them down, you know, on their way.
Yeah, for sure. Solid ass dudes. But
tire shop. Cool. I know that it ain't 17 yet. It might be though.
Well, if anybody else, man.
Hold on. Who you got? Who I can check it one more time?
All right, let's see here. Man, I think that's it. It looks like it.
I get them.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. If I miss anybody, y'all know I'm sorry. I try.
Right. Well, at the end of this, or whatever, I'll if you send me a picture, I know you got like a collage or something on Facebook or whatever. Send it to me. I'll throw your logo on there, you know, and then after that, I'll put all the sponsors and everything after that, you know, and all that stuff, and then I'll throw my logo on after that. But you know, towards the end of the video, after all this, so that's what's up. So, do you got your 3? You got your top 3?
Man. It's crazy because like it's tough to think about because like practitioners or competitors, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like jiu-jitsu competitors
or MMA period, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know.
I'll give you a couple of jits and then one MMA. But like a lot of people hate him, but Gordon Ryan's like the best in the game right now as far as jiu-jitsu. And you know, it was crazy at first. I didn't like him because the dude talks so much shit. He does. But he is literally backed up every
sure, right? Yeah.
Yes. And, like he's just that good. So as far as competitors, you have to throw him on there because he's really changed the game. Another one is, and I had to go with his buddy Gary Tonin too. Gary Tonin, and he does MMA now too. But Gary's a crazy competitor. He always loved watching his matches back in the day. He's just very versatile, moves around a lot, always fast paced. Definitely a good one. I'll go ahead and do jiu-jitsu on the last one too. Nathan Orchard. He's a 10P guy.
Okay.
He's kind of had a tough run lately, but he's always been a savage. I've always enjoyed watching him compete. So
yeah. All right. That's what's up. That's cool, man. I was expecting maybe some big names to be thrown out there or whatever, you know. Like Dustin Poirier or something like that.
Well, MMA, MMA, I could go. MMA, I could go. Like my favorite fighter ever, MMA is probably, man, I was hardcore Liddell.
Yeah, it was Chuck Liddell for sure. Yeah,
Chuck was one of my favorites. But I'm gonna have to bring one new age guy in.
There's so many, man.
Dude, well,
there's
nowadays,
so many.
Yeah, there's so many fighters.
So many, dude.
There's so many fighters nowadays. But
well, Let me ask you this.
I'm gonna go Derek Lewis, dog.
Derek Lewis?
Yeah. Derek,
H-Town,
like,
H-Town to the fullest, bro.
I'm gonna go H-Town.
I love that dude,
I gotta keep, like you said, small circle. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the.
Yeah.
It's just that dude's been funny to watch,
man. Dude, he's entertaining for sure. Yeah.
And just the one hitter quitter, man. I used to be such a fan of like power hitters, like I said, Liddell.
Yeah.
So like it's been fun watching Derek Lewis, but no matter whatever happens towards the end of it, like some people are never gonna see the amount, you know what I'm saying? The amount of knockouts he's had in the UFC in that division is crazy. So yeah, he's been fun to watch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, especially for only, I mean, I'm not saying he's been doing it for a long time, but he's only been competing for maybe, just a couple years. Yeah. So I'm like, dude, that dude's insane, man. And you can tell he didn't really seem like he was taking it serious at first because he was still kind of like, he had a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then like, he was like, yeah, after that first fight or whatever, like he's just huffing and puffing, talking to Joe Rogan or whatever. He's like, man, I could give my fat ass in shape, So and then he toned down and all that. So I was like, yeah.
And that fool come out trying to throw flying kicks and knees. Yeah, I was like, okay, he's feeling it now. Like,
right, yeah, right, exactly. Before it was just boom.
I got to go with Khabib too. Now he retired, but shout out to my boy Harper, man. My instructor, my friend Harper helps me all the time. But Justin was a huge Khabib fan. I used to like ream on that guy too because I was so tired of just seeing him just gorilla everybody around. Yeah. And then it's almost like the Patriots, like how they just kind of kept winning. So after a while, I'm just like, dude, this he's good, man. You got to respect him. So yeah, Khabib was definitely.
Yeah, dude.
I really did become a fan of his towards the end. So
when he fought McGregor, and then he jumped over the fence, whatever. Like I was like, man, this dude. I was like, oh shit, bro, he's about to kill some dude.
Him, dude. He was mad.
Yeah, bro. That was, oh man, dude. That was so funny, dude. I was like, oh, bro. Yeah. I had never seen nothing like that before happen like that, whatever. I was like, dude. Khabib's a killer, man, for sure. And he's like wrestling with bears and all that stuff like that. I'm like, dude, this dude's insane.
Look at his cousin and now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're legit, man. Yeah. They're legit for sure. But hey, I'm getting off topic, man. We could sit here for
I know it's cool.
Definitely another podcast episode for sure, just on MMA because I've been a UFC fan, not so much anymore, but pretty much since it first started. Yeah, late '90s. Right, exactly. Right. What I liked about it because it was a break from boxing because at the time I'm a boxing fan. And I trained at Gabe Brunel's Hard Hitters.
Hard Hitters?
Yeah, right there on 494. But I kind of took a break from boxing or whatever, just because it just got so commercialized. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you can already pretty much pick the winner even before the weigh-in. Yeah, you know what I mean? Whatever. And so when MMA was kind of like when it first started, or UFC when it first started, it was like a breath of fresh air almost, you know what I mean? So, and like, I see this 300-pound dude come in or whatever, and like fighting this crazy, 150-pound dude or whatever. Man. I'm like, dude, and it was only like 2 rules, or I mean, you either tap out or you get knocked out.
We were talking about that the other day. There was some crazy, like they didn't care back then, dude. Yeah, you see them get in position, they used to be groin shot and like crazy.
Dude, man. Yeah, dude. I was like, nothing. It's gotten so to the opposite of that now. You know what I mean? Which I mean, I get. They went with the weight classes and all that stuff like that, whatever. But now it just seems like it's getting just as bad as boxing was. You know what I mean? Or and all that.
It's almost like WWE or something.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, that's a whole nother episode, man. Episode, you know what I mean? So whenever you get some time, whatever, we'll come back, and break that down. You know what I mean? Man, it was really cool for you to come on here, man. I really appreciate you taking the time.
I appreciate you. Yeah,
all that stuff, man, for sure. Yeah. So 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, 1314.
At Mastro's Gym.
At Mastro's Gym, for sure. Yeah. Shout out to Mastro's Gym too, for Carlos, for sure. Get him on here. I was like, the time, the times and all that, the days, the pricing, all that stuff. There's no age limit, man. So I'm trying to
5 and up. Yeah.
They'll say 5 and up for sure. That'll work. But Man, you got anything else to say or anything like that, man?
I appreciate you having me on, and always support local, always support
Yeah,
small.
dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, keep your circle small, man, for sure. Yeah, support local all the time. All right, man. Hey, well, that's it for this episode, man. You guys know what to do already. Thanks, Lonnie Vickery. I appreciate you coming out. One more time, dude. There you go. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. I said the first time I met you, he's like, nah. We do this here. And then boom, I was like,
handshakes quick.
Yeah. But anyway, shout out to Lonnie Vickery, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, man. Go see him. Cool ass dude.
Yeah, before we go, like I said, May 21st at Naga.
Yeah.
Stella Link. We down there if you want to come see a small like local tournament, or if you want to come check out a bigger one. We got a pro event May 1st at Humble Civic Center. Our coach Josh, Josh, the leg lock coach, is competing against another really good purple belt.
Okay.
So it's gonna be some fireworks. It's a big like team tournament thing. So yeah, May 1st, Humble Civic Center. Yeah.
Cool, man. All right. Well, that'll work. All right. Well, I'll be sure to share that whatever on my Facebook and all that stuff and everything like that. But anyway, Lonnie Vickery, 10th Planet. You guys know what to do. Y'all know where to go see him. You know, like I always say at the end of these things, stay tuned, stay safe, stay solid, keep your circle small.